Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Zero from Techdragon.info, and today I'm gonna take a look at some hardware, and nothing new. So if you're looking for anything new, nope, sorry. What you're looking at is my current mouse, which is a rather outdated, old, crappy mouse. Now the problem with this thing is it doesn't track very well on my desk. It gets snagged and the ground resistance is just too dang high. So this causes a lot of problems when I'm trying to aim for certain things, like in a lot of tanks when you need to hit those weak spots. It really is a beep if your mouse won't move properly, and I'll show you a clip here why. As you can see here, it's taking me a full 2-3 seconds to even somewhat aim at this tank. Now, you might have seen or heard this in different videos. My mouse broke down about a month ago. I hopefully should get it back this week, so I've been making do with older mice, previous ones that I threw away for, some sort of defect. And in this video I really wanted to show you what the impact can be of having a mouse that just doesn't properly. In this case, it has too much ground resistance, so it gets snagged on my desk. You try to compensate by putting a little more pressure on it, pushing it away a bit more, and you overshoot your target. So fine aiming is a beep to do. And you'll see this time and time again, that I'm constantly going around and around the target, taking me 3 or 4 attempts just to line up my sights properly. And most of the times in here, in this particular replay, I just shot because it was close enough. And at this point I just gave up. I got so frustrated with it. After the previous game as well, which was horrific. So here again, the first time it lined up reasonably well, and then whoa. I have to readjust it 4 times to get it on target. It's just horrible. It makes such a difference, having a good mouse and having a crappy one. And again here, I know exactly where the weak spot is. I just cannot get my mouse to line up with it. As you can see, I'm constantly trying to aim desperately, just going back and forth, just trying to get the mouse to stop at the point where I need it to be. And it's just not working. Finally it lines up and I hit it. Out of these shots, normally I would have hit about 70% damage shots. With, the view I have right here on this tank, 70% would have gone in. Right now, luckily, I'm lucky if 1 in 10 goes in. This is just a demonstration to show you how important a proper mouse can be and what a difference it can make in a game. I figured the best way to explain this problem to you is just to show you. Now, this is what happens if I push against the front of my mouse. As you can see, relatively smooth movement. Get away. It's not entirely smooth, but I'll show you why. This is what happens when I push against the back of my mouse. The same pressure. You see the difference? I have to overcome the friction and then it will just overshoot. While if I push against the front, it will just move smoothly. So that is the main problem with this mouse, why it doesn't work properly. So now that you have an idea of why this is so important and so crappy, we're going to take a look at what we can do about it. Now keep in mind that this is just really a crappy, very fast fix I've done. I'm sure you can do a better job, and I haven't really looked around for any better materials to do this with, so that might actually yield you some better results as well. But what I've done is, on this mouse, the back 2 pads there were missing. These are usually made from a semi-flexible plastic, which is quite smooth, and this allows for optimal movement on your desk. But the problem is, mine were missing 2 of them. So the front of my mouse, as you can see, moves pretty well without too much friction, but the back is a little bit more stiff. Now, this is already better than what I had. I know it looks horrible. I know, but you can still sort of see where those pads are. And just by putting on some plastic and taping this on, I've already reduced the friction that this causes on my desk, and this allows for already a lot smoother movement over my desk. And here is a short clip in World of Tanks again that will prove or show that just this little improvement, that's not even the best I could probably do, is already worth doing and already improved my performance in World of Tanks. So take a look. So, this was just a short video to show you what is possible to improve your performance in games like World of Tanks, but it goes the same thing for almost any game. And I have to say, this is still not optimal. It can still be better. But this already improved my performance and made it a lot easier for me to hit targets, to pick out weak spots. But still, the fast movement when you need to react, when you need to turn, those things are still difficult. It's still not optimal. There's still friction. So, if you have the same problem, like those pads are missing for you as well, go take a look around the house, and I'll show you what I used. Where are we? Here we are. A wrapper from a popsicle I had. Look, that's where I cut it out. As you can see, it's made out of plastic, pretty smooth, but still, this has friction to it. This is not extremely smooth over my desk. So, for instance, if I were to look at, what do we have here? This, which is kind of hard to see, it's a transparent plastic, rather thick and rigid, but if I take a look at this, it's already massively smoother. So, that's the easiest way to test it. Rub the materials on your desk and see how smooth it goes. And, well, as you can see, this works a lot better for me. So I might actually take some time, cut that out, and see if I can make something that works better than what I have right now. But overall, I would say that don't just give in to your mouse being crap. I mean, the easiest thing is to just go out and buy a new one. I mean, let's face it, that's the easiest way to get a better mouse. But what I'm trying to show here is that even with a crappier mouse that functions properly, that you like, the grip is good for you, you like the way it is, it sits in your hand, where the buttons are, you name it, then why would you want to buy a new one, if you can fix it this way? And all I'm trying to show here is be creative, think outside the box, modify some things. I mean, if you're on Techdragon, or the Techdragon channel here, you're probably already a gamer, and possibly, in whatever form or shape, a tweaker. You like to tweak things, fix things. Well, this is a very easy way to make a poorly functioning mouse at least better. And maybe I'll do a follow-up if I get the other plastic underneath it, that it would actually function properly like my normal mouse would. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, or If you want to show off your own project, how you fixed your mouse, by all means share it so anybody else who's watching can see it as well and possibly do the same for their mouse and improve their performance.